Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, saya Agus Guzali. Saya salah satu dosen program studi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris Fakultas Ilmu Budaya Universitas Brawijaya. Saat ini saya sedang mengikuti sertifikasi dosen gelombang 1 yang diadakan oleh Kemendikti-Saintek tahun 2025. Pada saat ini saya akan memperkenalkan mata kuliah yang saya ampu, yaitu Instructional Material Development. Mata kuliah ini dirancang untuk mahasiswa semester 5 dengan bobot 2 SKS. Tujuan dari mata kuliah ini adalah membekali mahasiswa dengan teori dan keterampilan dalam mengembangkan bahan ajar yang tepat untuk berbagai jenjang dan konteks pendidikan. Mahasiswa akan melewati tahapan-tahapan pengembangan bahan ajar yang berkualitas dan sesuai dengan kebutuhan pembelajaran. Materi-materi yang diajarkan pada mata kuliah ini adalah prinsip dan prosedur pengembangan bahan ajar, pengembangan bahan ajar untuk kelompok sasaran yang berbeda, serta materi untuk mengajarkan komponen bahasa yaitu grammar dan vocabulary, dan juga materi untuk mengembangkan keterampilan bahasa yaitu membaca, menulis, berbicara, dan menyimak. Metode pembelajaran di mata kuliah ini yang pertama adalah ceramah yang dilakukan oleh dosen yang memberikan informasi tentang topik-topik yang akan diajarkan, yang kemudian mahasiswa berdiskusi secara berkelompok yang dirupakan dalam bentuk studi kasus. Kemudian mahasiswa membuat karya sebagai pendekatan dari bentuk project based learning. Pada akhir perkuliahan, mahasiswa diharapkan mampu mengidentifikasi prinsip dan prosedur pengembangan bahan ajar, mampu menganalisis secara kritis bahan ajar untuk komponen bahasa dan keterampilan bahasa di tingkat sekolah menengah, serta mampu mengembangkan bahan ajar untuk sekolah menengah, meliputi sekolah menengah pertama, sekolah menengah atas, dan juga sekolah menengah kejuruan. Tugas akhir dari mata kuliah ini merupakan kumpulan materi yang dibuat oleh mahasiswa berdasarkan prinsip-prinsip pengembangan materi berbasis kurikulum yang berlaku untuk sekolah menengah. Okay, for today, continuing the material that we've got in this semester for instructional material development. For this meeting, we are talking about the basic principles of the material development. Okay, as we have already discussed in the syllabus, that today we are discussing the basic principles of material development, and then we have the clipboard for in relation to this course, this material. Okay, basic concept of teaching material. Now, so far when we are talking about materials, we've got in mind as maybe something to help. Yes, it is something. Yeah. But let's get on to this. Now, when we are seeing this picture, okay, this is quite old. Yeah, for this picture, you can see that the chairs are still in the plastic format. Yeah, the one that is very fragile. Yeah. And you can see the cages surround this picture. Okay, when it comes to your mind, so what ideas or concept that you have in mind when you see this picture? Anyone? Zahra, maybe? So what do you think about what do you see in this picture? So in your mind, what do you think about the situation in the room there?
I'm quite confused actually.
Okay.
So, because there are chairs,
Okay.
there are whiteboard,
Okay.
and also there is a television.
Mm-hmm.
Is it classroom, sir?
Oh, okay. Is it classroom? Thank you. That you've got in mind. Sorry, that is not a classroom, or it is a classroom. Yeah, because you see the seat arrangement Yeah, it reminds you of the classroom arrangement course, yeah? Seat arrangement, and then you see the slide screen,
Oh, yes.
okay, and then you also see television. Yeah. Okay, and Zahra is not sure that it is a classroom. What about for others?
Right.
Yeah, please.
Maybe it's a meeting room because it has all sorts of gadgets that relates to something being presented, and the chairs are facing forward. So maybe it's a place for meetings and presentations. Maybe.
Okay, so you've got the idea that the seats are facing to one point,
Yes.
yeah, and then you see some gadgets that supports presentation. So this could be a meeting room.
Yes.
Thank you for both. Okay, when we see this teaching materials, okay, so which are included as teaching materials, we've got 6 pictures there. So from these 6, which are included as teaching materials for you? What about books? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then second, for picture 2, we have the sticks, yeah, for the mathematics.
No.
So it's not materials. Why?
Oh yes.
It's like important to the teaching media.
Okay. Oh, it is more on the media.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more on the media. So it's not materials.
Yeah, the media to teach the materials.
The media is materials. Okay. Let's discuss after this. So we've got number 3. We have cards. Yeah, we have the description, yeah, for the picture. Yeah. So what is it? Materials. Okay, I'll give you a word. Then what about computer? Yes, no, okay. And then we have the next textbooks. Yeah. Materials, and lastly we have CDs. Materials, media. Okay, let's find out. Okay, teaching materials. So when it's in the field of education, we've got one idea from Beth Lewis, yeah, about materials. So these terms, yeah, refers to a spectrum of educational materials that teachers use in the classroom to support specific learning objectives as set out in lesson plans. So we've got the materials, yeah, materials here to support the teaching, yeah, as already planned in the lesson plan. Okay, and for the materials itself, it would be in the format of books, of course. Yeah, because for the textbooks, yeah, it actually becomes the guidelines for us for the teaching. And then we have another, games. Yeah, games could be the materials because games could be one main material for an activity. And students can learn or get the idea about what they learn unintentionally. That they see, like, for example, when they play, what's it like? Tic-tac-toe? Yeah. So this is actually about, maybe for the one that they learn, yeah, is for speaking. So in English, yeah, they have to deal with their opponents, yeah, in English. So we train the speaking. So what about others? Yeah, of course we train the ones that unstated, for example, how to negotiate with friends, yeah, how to maybe redeem the emotion, yeah, because when we are almost lost, so the emotion just got high, right? Yeah. So and then flashcards, yeah, flashcards. Yeah, the cards that we always use for for the teaching of vocabularies, for example, for kids. Yeah, just flashcards. The one that's popular for you girls, what is it? Photo cards. Yeah, not flashcards. So I will release my photo card next semester. And then project supplies. So this is what we need for the projects. Yeah. For example, the paper, pen, and then glues and others. Yeah. So this is also part of the materials and others. Now, in short, we've got the idea materials or bahan ajar. It's all kind of materials that is used to help teachers or instructors in teaching and learning process in the classroom. So the material here could be written or the unwritten ones. So could be text or non-text format. So this is for the first idea. And secondly, suatu bahan or materi pelajaran yang disusun secara sistematis. So this actually developed systematically, and teacher used it, and student also use it in the teaching and learning situation to reach one goal. Yeah, of course, that is material is used for one specific goal. Now, so what's the difference between bahan ajar? Yeah, teaching material also media pembelajaran. So when we are talking about bahan ajar, so let's say we are talking about maybe in the classroom, you become the teachers and you want to teach the students, or you want to let them understand present simple tense. Yeah, okay. Now then, in teaching this, you've got some activities. Now then, the mediums or the teaching media, this is the media or something that carry the information or the goals of the textbook. So the simple one, like for example, bahan ajar is in the format of books. But media pembelajaran there. So how the objects to support this bahan ajar or the textbook. Jadi mungkin bisa dalam bentuk flashcard tadi juga bisa dimasukkan di media, or maybe the games, board games, or even the digital games, they could also become the examples of media pembelajaran. So this is how we make them different. So medium is something to carry the instruction from the teacher to the students. But for bahan ajar, itu isinya yang ada di perannya itu, medianya itu. So maybe let's say the simple one is like maybe for you all, for example, the ladies, when it is your birthday, so you would like to get the maybe some attention from your boyfriends, like in the format of flowers, chocolates, cats. Oh, nggak musim ya. Soalnya kalau if it is like when we watch the Hollywood movies, so sometimes the boys just give like puppies. Tapi katanya beda. Itu kalau puppies it could be like for me going on for the commitment katanya. Jadi kalau dikasih kado kucing, we can go to bee building. We've got many. Okay. Nah, that's it. Media pembelajaran, medianya to say that I care about you, I love you. So congratulations untuk menyampaikan bahan ajarnya. Okay. Nah, the function, the one that I mentioned previously, this actually becomes the guidelines. Jadi pedoman for the teacher to direct all the activities in one learning process. And secondly, it becomes the guidelines for the students, for them to direct all the activities in learning process. So we've got similar directions for the teacher, and also for the students. And of course, it can become the medium of evaluation for the students' competency, whether they have already reached the goal of the lesson for the teaching, or perhaps they still need further activities to achieve it. That's for number 3. Jadi salah satunya ada dalam bentuk satu material kayak gimana? Oke, we will have it. Okay, tujuan, manfaat, they are actually similar. Menambah. Kasonah tambah lagi tadi itu ya. So it for the textbook or materials, one more idea is to increase the students information, ya, and also their knowledge about specific things. Ini juga kalau this is actually very nice as the example, ya, for those who perhaps develop the materials for English for general purposes. That we gain a lot of examples, yeah, from other so many resources into one for achieving one goal. For example, to discuss about present simple tense, we can discuss about daily activities, or maybe the daily activities or of specific communities. For example, we are talking about the daily activities of the people in, for example, South Africa, for example, what the daily activities. Jauh-jauh ya, padahal di Medan sama di Padang juga kita bisa we can talk about the daily activities there. In the morning they just wake up and then they do the subuh prayer and then they directly go to the kitchen for cooking rendang for 8 hours. Yang itu kan menambah khasanah pengetahuannya, membangun komunikasi pembelajaran efektif antara dosen dan mahasiswa atau guru dan siswa. That actually materials here can be the medium of having the communication, yeah, between the teacher and the students, or lecturer with the students, for discussing about one specific material or specific discussion. Nah, bentuk bahan ajar. Nah, this is actually the one that we discussed previously. Bentuk-bentuknya bahan ajar. So we've got the printed materials for the first. Bentuknya, we've got many. Handout, modul lembar kerja siswa, brochure, leaflet, also wall chart. Nah, di belakang ada, ya, but mumpung ingat, ya, I will insert it here. Modul lembar kerja siswa, and also buku. Textbook. Textbook consists of the specific materials for one specific period. For example, 1 semester, or maybe 1 year, if it is for these children high schools in Indonesia. I'm sure that you already understand that we have that kind of system for the books. Jadi dalam satu buku itu kita punya serangkaian materi in a series from unit 1 until the rest. Yeah. But for the module, this is actually the one that the teacher gives to the students for one specific discussion, maybe only for one meeting or one unit. Ada juga seperti itu. For example, in the language course, for example, so we have the kind of system. So the teacher just gives you the materials for one unit, maybe one unit for 2 meetings, or one activity, in 1 day. So this is modules. Jadi nggak semuanya diberikan. Jadi part by part. Dan semuanya bisa dilakukan. They actually can be learned by the students themselves, and or they get the guides from the teacher, because usually for the books, we've got 2 different kinds of books. Perhaps you have already learned that in some books for students, you see students book, and when you think about that label, students book, so if it is student book, there should be teacher's book. Now, we have that. We have students book and we have teacher's book. Jadi kalau students book, students can even do this without the help of the teacher, and sometimes they also get the enrichment from the teacher, and some materials are not even inserted there. For example, for the listening recording, for the materials, and for the teacher's book, we've got not only the similar points for the student's book, but also with the answer keys and also additional exercises. So this is for books, ya, students book, teachers book, modul sudah tadi, and we have lembar kerja siswa or workbook. Ya, kalau kita di sini punya istilah lembar kerja LKS ya, ya LKPD. LKS kan zaman saya ya, berarti zaman KTSP tadi. Okay, LKPD. So students can even do this without the help from the teachers, because the function of lembar kerja siswa or workbook, this is for the enrichment. Dan juga kadang dijadikan lembar untuk atau sarana untuk evaluasi tadi, for the students evaluation. So the students just do the activities in the workbook by themselves, and then they just do the exercises, and then the teachers just give the scores, and maybe they just let the students find out, okay, from your 10 numbers, you've got only 6 correct answers, and the teacher doesn't even give the clues, so that they just let the students find out their mistakes. Ada juga yang benar seperti itu. And then in the format of audio, yeah, this could be radio, and then cassette. Nah, ini zaman lama. CDs sudah zaman lama juga. Yeah. And then we have itu piringan hitam. Vinyl ya. Nah itu piring, kalau dulu piringan hitam kan jadi juga satu sarana. Tapi sekarang juga we just learn that they could become the materials for sure, because they can record the voices, sounds, and then we can use them as the materials for one specific course, for example, listening. Nah, kan kita bisa pakai model tersebut untuk ini. Nah, sekarang kita juga punya banyak macamnya. For example, we've got podcast. Ya, we bisa podcast. And even English podcast. And I'm sure that not much of you, listen or even watch the English podcast. Yeah, you prefer the Indonesian ones, because the hype one, it's still Indonesians. Kita juga punya banyak loh untuk the English podcast. Terutama kayak shorts in Instagram Reels, for example. Ada saya lupa channelnya Pak itu. Jadi dua orang bapak-bapak itu. Jadi mereka they just give jokes to each other. Davies jokes. Nah, jadi dan ini juga sudah jadi satu reels. Biasanya saya taruh dari WA story saya. Ya, soalnya lucu karena apa? It's just beyond our imagination, but ternyata juga bisa masuk ya terjadi guyonan. Dan itu juga sebenarnya in short, this kind of material can also teach another purpose. That is the critical thinking. Itu juga masuk berpikir kritis, bukan porno. It's not a taboo one, but it's something logical, funny, but we don't even think that it is it's cheesy. Itu kan kayaknya nggak garing gitu kan. We've got that, audio visual. Nah, sekarang kita juga tidak hanya menamakannya nanti audio visual, but audio visual, but the format is beyond videos. Can also become the materials for language teaching. For example, the videos from YouTube, or some other channels, some other video sharing platform. Bahkan itu harusnya saya tambahin lagi tulisannya itu the paid video sharing platform, for example Netflix, Disney Plus, Max and others. Nah, itu juga they become the materials. And then visuals, the one that we don't even have it recently for the printed photos, pictures, models or maquette. We don't have the maquette here, but then you said, kita kok nggak punya apa? Ada maquette that you use for the instructional, the media and technology. That's maquette actually. Okay, but these days we have the digital one, and we just can directly display in our gadget, and multimedia, for example, the interactive CDs. Tapi sekarang juga interactive CDs tidak se-interaktif dulu, because we have the access to the internet easily, and we can directly go to the sites, and we can click it directly, and we can get the information that we want to get. For example, if it is listening, we just click it. If it's reading, we have the button. Okay, in the Google Classroom, I have already give you the information about the activities, and then for the next meeting, I need you to be in groups. Segrup mungkin grup berempat itulah, groups of 4. Nah, kita jumlahnya 28 kayak pas juga untuk jadi group of 4. Okay, I have already inserted the materials there, the instructions on what to do. Terus mungkin before we end up the session, ada yang tanya dulu mungkin. Maybe you've got a question about some here. Monggo. Questions. Okay. Question. Oh, I thought you would like to ask question here. Oh, question, please.
Sorry if it's in English and Bahasa.
Okay.
How about designing model between people with disability and non-disabilities?
Okay.
It's different or same?
Okay. So this actually also the one that we will discuss in this course. That design is sometimes the one that is different is the format.
Yes.
For example, it should be disabilities friendly. For example, in the format of the materials in PDF, for example, because this specific format can be used by the disabilities with the help of the applications, for example, JAWS and others. Kan juga ada ini juga apa namanya ini apa sih? We've got the screen reader, for example.
Yes.
But this needs the this accessnya needs the help from another, from the guides. Okay, but thank you for the idea. Tapi kalau untuk for us, kita masih belum design, belum punya idea untuk design for the blinds. Karena kita perlu menjadikannya braille, karena kita mungkin itu bisa jadi ini one good insights for us, mungkin materi ini bisa dipakaikan untuk mereka yang disabled. Oke. Thank you, Lia. So this ends the session for today. Thank you very much for the attendance today. And please don't forget to access the Google Classroom that I have already shared, and let's discuss the material that I have already given in the Google Classroom. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, sir.
Demikian mata kuliah Instructional Material Development yang diajarkan di program studi kami, program studi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris Fakultas Ilmu Budaya Universitas Brawijaya. Video ini dibuat untuk melengkapi syarat pengajuan dalam sertifikasi dosen gelombang 1 tahun 2025, yaitu pernyataan diri dosen dalam unjuk kerja Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi atau PDD UKT-PT dalam bidang pengajaran. Kiranya menjadi pertimbangan baik dalam sertifikasi dosen tahun ini. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Matur nuwun.